Well, here is a story written in Matthew chapter 26 about something that happened on this day many years ago, just before the cross. Matthew 26, verse 1 starts this way. When Jesus had finished saying all these things, he said to his disciples, "As you know, the Passover is 2 days away, and the Son of Man will be handed over to be crucified." And then the chief priests and the elders of the people assembled in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and they plotted to arrest Jesus in some sly way and kill him. But not during the feast, they said, or there may be a riot among the people. The religious leaders were more concerned about losing control to this Jesus than they were about submitting to his leadership. They hadn't yet believed that Jesus was Messiah and King. And they were more concerned about keeping religious control of the people. But as we pick up with verse 6 in this story, there's a huge contrast. There's this wonderful story that really points to the release of control to Jesus, submitting to him, honoring him, wanting his leadership in our lives. Listen to this contrasting story. Picking up with verse 6, while Jesus was in Bethany in the home of a man known as Simon the leper, a woman came to him with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured out on his head as he was reclining at the table. Wow, what an image of wanting Jesus to be the head, her leader, her Lord, and giving him full control. There's so much history in this story. Jesus, the Messiah, which means Anointed One, drawing upon the Old Testament practice of anointing kings and priests and leaders with oil on their head, anointing them with the blessing, the oil, to bless their leadership and their saving purpose. But, reading on in the story, when the disciples saw this, they were indignant. "Why this waste?" they asked. "This perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor." Aware of this, Jesus said to them, "Why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, but you will not always have me. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. I tell you the truth, wherever this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." And so we delight in telling this story. Have you ever wondered why her name isn't given in this story? Why she remains anonymous? Maybe she's kept anonymous to put the focus on her act of devotion. Her act of reverence to Jesus is an invitation to us all. Will we give of the best of ourselves as a fragrant offering to the Messiah, to the King of Kings, who Jesus is? Will I declare and reveal and show that he is my Lord and King?